Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how you can launch your own meme coin and rug pull it for educational purposes. So I'm going to get straight to the point. So we're going to go on Photon because we're going to decide which DEX is the best for us. So these are all the DEXs on the left hand side here. So if we click on Pump.Fun, which I'm sure you're familiar with, we've got around 5k market caps on all of these. Because are being made by the second, because they're free to make, they just get made rapidly and nobody buys into them because nobody even gets a chance to see them because there's just so many of them. So no one really makes money off these. They're all just trying to be rugs. No one even buys them though. So I don't recommend using Pump.Fun. What you want to use is Radium. The reason for this is because it's a lot harder to get your coin on Radium. So look, 10 million on that coin. 40 million Telegram coin. It's probably not real Telegram. 170k, just way higher market caps. And normally you need to do coding and you need developers to get your coin on Radium. And because of that, that's why these coins are taken seriously, because they're usually legit coins because they've had so much effort put into them. But I have found a way to get your coin on Radium with no coding knowledge and no need to pay a developer or anything like that. And then obviously people will trust your coin because it's a Radium coin, and then you can rug pull the coin for educational purposes, and no one would have suspected a thing. None of your willing volunteers that agreed to buy your coin for educational purposes would have suspected a thing, theoretically. So, how we do this is we go to this website. No, you don't. I spelled it wrong. We go to this website called coinflare.fun. Solana token creator. So you connect your wallet up here. Or you just let it infinitely load, I guess. And then, yeah, it's really simple. So you just do your name, your symbol, and your image. So I'll just put this image here. Call it cat stare. I didn't mean to do that. So token decimals 9, total supply 1 billion. That's just the standard. And then you can do the token description. Let's do that. Website, Twitter, Telegram, Discord. Now, you don't really need these unless you're super dedicated, I guess. Or maybe if you plan to market your coin on social media a lot, then you probably want to add these. But that isn't necessary. And you don't need to modify the creator information either. What you do need to do is make sure you have these three things selected. They're only 0.1 sol each, and it's just 0.1 sol to make the coin. But if you don't have these things selected, your coin, let's say this is your coin, Facebook, it will say warning up here, and there'll be like 3 warnings telling people that you can freeze tokens, you can mint supply, you can update the metadata. You do not want that because nobody will buy your coin. Even bots will detect these warnings and they won't buy your coin either. So you won't lose any money because you can just remove the liquidity of the coin, like rug it, sorry, and you just get all your money back that you put into the coin. I don't know why I'm stuttering so much, but yeah, you won't lose any money because you can just rug the coin and you'll just get your money that you put into it to begin with. So make sure you select these and then you can create your token. So once you've created your token, what some people like to do is look on Photon, see that their coin isn't there, and then come into my comment section saying, "Oh, you're a fool. You've misinformed me." But really, you're the fool. You need to make a liquidity pool. You can't just create a coin and expect it to appear on Photon or Dex Screener. You need to create a pool so that your coin can actually be traded. If you don't make a pool, your coin isn't worth anything. There's nothing backing it. If you don't put Solana into its pool, it's not worth anything, so it doesn't exist. This is why we have to make a pool. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. So you want to select 90% when you create your pool. You'll see what I mean when you go to do this yourself. So you want to select 90%. I've done that way too big. It doesn't need to be that big. Select 90%, right? So what this means is you're giving yourself, remember we selected 1 billion tokens to create, so you're giving yourself 900 million of your own coin. This leaves 100 million left for people to actually buy, okay? So the reason we do this is because by owning 90% of our own coin, every time somebody buys the coin out of this 100 million that's left, it fluctuates the price rapidly because we own so much of it ourselves. That's why you want to select 90%. Then what you do is put some SOL into the liquidity pool. I recommend at least 0.1. I used to recommend 0.05, but that's a little bit on the low side, really. If you want to make at least like $500 to 1,000 profit, put 0.1 in there. But I recommend like about 0.3 to 1 SOL if you want to make like, like thousands, like a lot of money doing this. But, for your first time, just do a small amount, don't risk large amounts. So, yeah, that's your SOL to go into the LP, the liquidity pool. Then what you do is you create the coin. You create the liquidity pool. And once you've done this, it will give you a link to click. But even if you just click on Photon and you're on Radium, you'll see your coin appear at the top instantly. So you can just click it. And now you play the waiting game. You watch the liquidity rise, so over 100k on this one. And once you're happy with how much is in the liquidity pool, so that's how much Solana people have put into the pool in exchange for your coin. So they bought your coin. So once you're happy with what's in the pool, you simply just click minus, click 100% of the liquidity, and you click remove. So upon removing the liquidity, all of that money, so in that case, 103k, that will get sent to your Phantom wallet, assuming that you are using Phantom. If you're not using Phantom, then you're kind of weird. So it will all get sent to your Phantom wallet. And then, yeah, you now have $103,000 in a matter of 10 to 30 minutes. Literally as simple as that. Now, there are some tricks. There are ways to get people, like, obviously if your coin is good and it's a good enough meme, or it's, it's cool, people will just see it and they'll buy it. But if you want to, like, see, this has literally just been rugged. As I was talking about it, this person literally just made $100,000 literally right before your eyes. If that isn't proof, I don't know what is. So yeah, this person literally just made 100 grand. Now, as I was saying, there are strategies to, like, get more people to buy your coin, get more people to see it, and pump it like insanely, like this person probably did. So yeah, if you want to know the, like, top secret strategies and how to get, like, insane market caps, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in the liquidity pool, then there is a guide. I'll link it in the description. Knowledge comes at a cost. So yeah, check out the guide if you want to be a professional at this. But I have given you the basics in this video. This is enough for you to get started and make your first coin. So yeah, and that was a really good timing of this person to rug their coin for the video. So yeah, I've given you the resources: coinflare.fun, Photon Screener, I recommend, and the guide that I have in my description. I spent a lot of time working on it. It's got, like, all my knowledge in there possible. So if you follow that guide, you'll technically be as good as I am and have $8.5 million in the bank, or technically in the crypto wallet. So yeah, I've given you all these resources, so there's no reason that you shouldn't go and do this right now while it's still a thing. Go be a dev, make your own coin and rug pull it. So yeah, have fun rugging meme coins for educational purposes. Thanks for watching.